do a my dating profile video. It originally came from Emma Blackery, so if you want to see that video, the link is in the description. Pretty sure this is for anyone to do, single or in a relationship, so I thought I'd give it a try. Alright, let's get started. Do you believe in love at first sight? Yes, I think so. Actually, someone once told me that love at first sight more often happens to guys rather than girls. Like some guys, when they see a particular girl, there's just this chemical reaction that goes off in their brain that makes them just go, you know, I'm gonna marry that girl one day. I've actually met people who have said this has happened to them and the girl kind of didn't react in the same sort of way, but he still just kind of pursued her and she kind of later realized it and it worked out just great. Which, you know, is kind of weird, but I think it's really romantic. But yes, as a whole, I do think that it really does exist, but it shouldn't be a determining factor in whether or not a relationship is gonna work. Some people are just naturally a little bit more walled off and they have to, you know, really get to know somebody before they can really trust them and fall in love with them. So yeah, I guess with all things, it sort of depends on the situation, but I do think that it does exist. What do you do for fun? So right now, this is kind of one of the things that I do for fun. I've recently gotten into playing solitaire online. I don't know why. It's something that just kind of gets my brain going, so at least it's not completely useless, I guess. If it's nice out like it is today, I love just going and being outside and being in nature. Nature is probably one of my favorite things. And you know, there's always the usual just hanging out with friends and being with people and being social. Do you want / do you have any children? Yes, I want 2 children. I want to have one biologically, and I also want to adopt one of the opposite gender so I can have a boy and a girl, or a girl and a boy, or whatever. I might want to adopt more than one or have more than one, but definitely 2 at least. I also really like the names Eric and Lila. Those are just some of my favorite names that I want to name my children, I guess. So there's that. What are you looking for in a relationship? Open communication, trust. Somebody who can be strong but like also vulnerable at the same time, I think is really, really important for me. And someone that makes me happy. What is the one thing about yourself that you would like me to know? What is the one thing about myself that I would like you all to know? I don't know. My faith actually is a really big part of my life, so if you have a problem with that, you kind of have a problem with me. If you won the lottery, how would you spend your millions? I think I would just travel, like everywhere. Like all of the places that I've never actually been able to afford to go to, or my family hasn't been able to afford to go to, I would just go there. Probably out of the country, like over in Europe a lot. I'm actually going to London this summer, but I really want to go like all over Europe at some point in my life, especially Spain, definitely Spain. I really want to go to Barcelona, actually. Who was your first crush you ever had? That's such an embarrassing question. In kindergarten, there was a guy named Nick Smith that I just had a big crush on. Looking back on it, I can tell you why. I just did. You have 6 months to live. What will you do first? I would just, as like cheesy and cliche as this sounds, I would just spend it with the people that I really care about, which is a lot of people, come to think of it. I'm just like a naturally like very caring person, so there's a lot of people in my life that I really care about that I would want to be spending time with in those last 6 months. Are you a morning person or a night person? I am a night person. I hate waking up in the morning. I just can't do it. Like, I just want to stay in my bed forever most days, which is sad because like then when I get up and it's usually just a fine day and I like being awake. I just don't like the process of like actually waking up. So, and I really do stay up really late sometimes, which is bad. I need to work on that, but I am a night person. If you have friends coming over, what do you cook for them? Okay, so there's this like chicken specialty that I claim as my own because I sort of invented it. It's not that creative. What you do is you just take a generic like chicken breast and you put it in a pan and put Pam all over it and you put it in the oven for however long it's supposed to cook, and then like a minute or 2 before it's supposed to be done, you take it out. You tear up a piece of like provolone cheese and kind of lay it on the chicken, and then you take up some like crushed up croutons and French's crispy onion thingies. I don't know where they're. And you kind of crunch them up all together and you sprinkle it all over the chicken, and then you put it back in so the cheese can melt and the croutons can get extra crispy and nice. And then you take it out, and then also I'd probably serve like a baked potato with it and like a salad. So you just have your like 2 little side dishes, I guess. And then brownie pie for dessert because I love brownie pie. If you could travel back in time, what single mistake would you correct and why? I really don't like this question because you're supposed to learn from the mistakes that you make. So why would I want to go back and like pretend like they never happened, you know? So I really don't want to change any of them. They've made me into who I am today. Last but not least, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Well, I will have just graduated from college, like I'd be a year out of college. So I hope to either be engaged or married. That would be great. And I'll probably be working on staff for Young Life, which is an organization that I'm really involved with right now, to say the least. And just generally happy. Yeah, that's it. Please feel free to, if you make videos, make one of your own. And if not, just kind of comment maybe answers to some of the questions down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of me, please feel free to subscribe. So yeah, bye.